All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all glory, and honor to the Most High God, Yahweh. And I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Alpha, the Omega, the conquering line of the tribe of Judah, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Right. Secondly, I want to give a strong salutations, a strong, mighty shalom, double honors, and all that to the elders and the senior men out of HOI, House of Israel, man. Elder Zabak and Priest Torah in particular, man. The foundation of the camp, HOI, House of Israel, right? So shalom to those elders and all the senior men, right? All the senior men, the mighty soldiers that's on the front lines, putting in the work and doing what they got to do in these last days. And to all other brothers, all other senior men from all camps, right? All elders from all other camps that's pushing Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, pushing out Christ's words here in these last days, man. Shalom to all you brothers and you sisters as well. Y'all doing what y'all got to do, putting y'all brick in, working your work, right? All praises and glory and honor to the Most High, man. We coming together as a nation, slowly but surely, right? So this your brother Ayin Waza'ab, man. Just coming with a quick topic, man. Current events update. I like to do these. You know, HOI has taught me to be a more current events a kind of person. So let's get straight into it. Don't want to overtalk it. You know, I love to go through my news. Like always, let me go back to that real quick. Salakia, right? Let me go back to that real quick. See that my news. I got my RT, Russia Today, The Guardian, BBC, TRT, which is Turkey, DW, that's Germany, Al Jazeera, New York Times, France 24, AP News, right? This is kind of the things you have to look into, your national news and your international news. And then on the TV, you watch your local news, you know what I'm saying? Your ABC 7s or your KT LAs or whatever else, you know what I'm saying? And all that. So yeah, let's get straight into it, man. Let's go to The Guardian and let's go into people were popping bottles and doing the Dougie and doing the dance for Joe Biden when he got elected, right? And now they coming back now, and Biden's talking about now that he's promising a summer of freedom as he urges more Americans to get the V, right? So, and the thing I like about this article too is like it's a brief summary of a couple other points. So what I plan on doing is going through one point, 1-2 scriptures, go to a next point, right? So this came out Wednesday, June 2nd. Crazy, we're already in June. Approximately 6 p.m., right? Wednesday, 6 p.m., June 2nd is when this article came out. So Joe Biden promised Americans a summer of freedom as he urged more people to get vaccinated against coronavirus, right? Announcing his administration's month of action to increase coronavirus vaccinations by July 4th, Biden said America is heading into a summer dramatically different from last year's summer. A summer of freedom, a summer of joy, a summer of get-togethers and celebrations, an all-American summer that this country deserves after a long, dark winter that we all have endured. Biden has set a goal of having 70% of American adults at least partially vaccinated by July 4th. That's going into that so-called herd immunity. You have to have the vast majority of the population inoculated with the vaccination for you to then have what they call herd immunity, meaning like enough people are already inoculated with the vaccine, thereby the rest of the population now has that immunity then, in essence, right? So let's get a precept on this, right? Because he's promising summer freedom. But what did the Lord say, man? Let's go to the scriptures on this, right? Let's go to the scriptures on this, right? Promising things that he can't back up, right? Who told you it's going to be a summer of freedom, right? Let's get straight into it, man. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians 5 and 2. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 2, right? For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Salaki, I start at 1. I'm too close to it. Let me start at 1. 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. See that? So Biden talking about, oh yeah, it's going to be a summer of freedom. He's promising Americans a summer of freedom. But the Lord said, when you think it's peace and safety, when you think you're going to have a hot girl summer and a summer of freedom, then bam, sudden destruction, man. Right on your blood cleat, right? Right on your head top. All kind of travail and all kind of stuff. And you can see it in the economy, man. You see it in the economy, right? All kind of places are being shut down. All kind of stores and different businesses and all of that. People being laid off. More and more people back on the government assistance. It's crazy out here, man. So summer freedom for what? For more debauchery, for more whoredom, right? But in any case, that's one piece of the news, right? Let's continue on, right? So Biden talking about summer freedom, but the Lord said peace and safety. They claim peace and safety, but sudden destruction, right? So let's continue on. Let's continue on, right? This is another one I want to get into. This is another big talking point right here. This next bullet point right here says the Israeli opposition leader has told the country's president that he can form a government. The announcement from Yair Lapid marks a crucial step towards bringing an end to 12 years of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's leadership, but lawmakers still have to vote on the deal, which may happen as soon as next week. So BB's reign is slowly on its way out, right? BB's reign is slowly on his way out. Let me get some pictures of BB. I think it's on here too as well. See that? Netanyahu foes push for a quick vote to end his 12-year rule. So BB's time is out, man. Benjamin Netanyahu's time as prime minister is how you say, it's waning, right? It's waning, man. Like how the moon goes through his phases of waxing and waning. His time is almost up, just like this kingdom, and of course symbolically with the 12, right? 12 years. So of course, man, that's how it is. You understand? Right, let's get a precept on that, man. The Lord set up of kings, and he let me find that precept, man. Salakia. He set up kings and he brings them down, right? Set up kings, Salakia. Right? Khan. Ain't no shame in my game, man. Sometimes you gotta search it out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's what the technology is for. You understand? Don't ever let a brother or sister shame you for using Google or using certain search bars or stuff like that. That's how you eventually get it, and you get nice with it. You know, of course, you read it on your own. You deal with elders and talk with them. But for self-study, brothers and sisters, make sure you use your search bars and your Googles and your blue Bibles and all that as well. Blue letter Bibles, concordances, all that, man, right? Don't be ashamed to use those. Anyway, reading on. Daniel chapter 2 and verse 20, right? I'll start at verse 20. Daniel chapter 2 and verse 20, it says, Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. See that? So in these last days, man, the Most High, he's going to set up kings and he's going to bring them down. So who you think set up Bibi, the Israeli Bibi, Netanyahu as a prime minister for all them years? It was the Most High. And it's looking like his reign is almost up, man. Right? After 12 years, that's a spiritual number, right? It's coming to a close, right? All praises to the Most High Yahweh Shai. Right, moving on. Next bullet point. The White House said Biden and the Russian President Vladimir Putin will discuss recent ransomware attacks on major companies, when they meet in Switzerland later this month. See that? So that's another thing too, man. There's so many things happening. There's so much prophecy of swirling around in these last days, man. We have to be very circumspect. That's what the elders and them teach us, man. A very wise elders, the elder Torah, man. Brother, the elder always comes with daily news, with magazines, with some kind of a print article, some kind of article to read off of, some kind of book, some kind of a piece of paper, like it's some kind of information. Like that's what the elders have taught us here at HOI, right? Especially HOI, man. We pride ourselves on that, being current and up to date. You understand? So yeah, man, that bear is coming, man. That bear is coming for America, man. You understand? Let's go to that, man. Let's go to Joel. Let's go to Joel. I believe it's the 3rd chapter, right? Yeah, Joel chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, in that day, Joel 3 and 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. See, that's so the point that I wanted was in verse 2, how the Most High is gathering all of these nations together, man, right? Gathering them all one by one. It didn't say some, it didn't say a few. The Most High Yahweh Shai is going to gather all nations, man, unto him in these last days to set off that final judgment, that final war, right? That's going to be above all wars, man. Thermonuclear fire, rockets and missiles flying left and right, man. Flying all over the place like like you pop popcorn without a damn top, man. Just popping all over the place. Gonna be popping off. Shots popping out the AR, right? Nah, man, shots popping out the damn nuclear silos, man. It's gonna be that kind of party, like we saw recently with Israel and Gaza. You seeing rockets going back and forth. Picture that on a nuclear level, right? Picture that on a thermonuclear level, man. Tens and thousands of people dying in seconds, man. That's coming to this place, right? But let's get back to it, man. Let's get back to it. Like I said, man, they say peace and safety, but sudden destruction, man. So yeah, they having talks about recent ransomware attacks, and they have hacks on the gas lines and all that other nonsense, right? But yeah, let's continue reading. Actually, Salakia. Administration officials have previously indicated that they believe the attacks on Colonial Pipeline and JBS were carried out by criminal groups based in Russia. President Biden certainly thinks Putin and the Russian government have a role to play in stopping these attacks. White House Press Secretary Esau said, right? So yeah, man, that's coming too. That's that Cold War 2.0. I remember the elder brought up talking about those daily news front covers, man. That Cold War 2.0, but it had Obama and Putin on the cover, right? That's when Obama was in office, but now it's Biden. I remember reading an article, and Obama basically said Biden is basically doing all the stuff he didn't do, basically. So it's the same thing, man. Cold War 2.0, right? So there's a couple other things in here. Goes into NAACP and, some other stuff. But there's another article I want to get into, and then I'll close out, right? Wasn't this one, Salakia? This one right here, For brothers and sisters that don't know, I'm currently on the West Coast, currently out in this Bay Area for a little while. Lord willing, I'll be back on the east side, on the New York, New Jersey side. Lord willing, if it be the will of the Most High, just traveling around and checking out the areas and them. So while I'm out here, of course, it's beneficial that I know about what's going on around me currently. So California is still burning up, right? California fire killed 10% of the world's giant sequoias, right? And that's a big thing in California is those sequoias, man, those big tall trees. But there's a study showing that California, the fires so far have killed about 10% of the world's giant sequoias, right? So that's just a quick to show you. I'll read a couple pieces from the article, right? Sequoia National Park. At least a tenth of the world's mature giant sequoia trees were destroyed by a single California wildfire that tore through the southern Sierra Nevada last year, according to the draft report prepared by scientists with the National Park Service, right? So, see that right there? That's just from one fire. And you know how much fires has been happening in California. And quiet as it's kept, there's still little small fires here and there picking up every once in a while. Hardly any rain is out here in the Bay Area, right? So yeah, man, you know, this is a sleeper, you know, that's people aren't thinking about. Remember a couple years back, Brazil was on fire too. The Amazon was on fire for a minute, right? Also in California as well, I believe 2019, 2018, I believe it was. Whole bunch of stuff was on fire. So Most High's not playing, man. Most High is not playing in these last days. And it's going to come to a point where the Most High is going to start really turning up the heat in these last days. Right? Last precept of the day, Most High willing, Malachi 4:1. Right? Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. Right? Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, Malachi 4:1, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. See that? So in these last days, man, the Most High is going to make it as an oven, man. So, yeah, California's burning. 10% of the giant sequoias are on fire or are gone or whatever. But in these last days, man, like you read about that in Zechariah and you read about that in 2 Peter, you know, in these last days, man, it's going to be something different, man. Eyes going to be burning out of sockets. Tongues going to be burning out of their mouth. Right? In the blink of an eye, minerals and materials gonna melt away. It's gonna be a crazy time in these last days, man. We have to make sure that we're on the right side in these last days, man. Right? Last precept for me, and because it also mentioned Salakia. It also mentioned about fearing the name of the Most High and coming to the Son of Righteousness. And who was that? Hamashiach Yahushua, right? So it's the last precept for me, man, and I'm going to sign out. 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 21. Right? Let me see if that's what I want. This whole chapter is solid, man. Right? Let's go to, let's start at verse 15. This whole chapter is fire. Let's start at verse 15. 1 Peter 2 and 15, for so is the will of the Most High, that with well-doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men, right? By doing the work, man. Not just, of course, you go to camp, but doing the work, doing video, stuff like that. Counseling, right? Talking to different brothers and sisters, right? That you may put the foolishness to sleep, man, right? Verse 16, as free and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as the servants of the Most High, right? Verse 17, honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear the Most High, honor the king, right? We have to incorporate that, man, more often. Honor all of our Israelite brothers and sisters, man. Love the brotherhood. Love your immediate brothers in your camp and all that. Love all brothers. Love all 12 tribes, right? Fear the Most High God and honor the King, Hamashiach Yahushai, right? Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the forward, right? Meaning what, man? You have to have a certain level of respect for your elders and for people for the rank, right? Verse 19, for this is thankworthy if a man for conscience towards God endure grief, suffering wrongfully, right? We got a brother, man, we praying for that brother, that's how it is, right? Let's continue on. Verse 20. For what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently? But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with the Most High. You link this with the Sirach chapter, the 2nd chapter, right? Verse 21 is what I wanted though. For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye shall follow his steps. So if we don't want to get that fire, we have to follow the footsteps of Hamashiach Yahushai, man. We have to be up to date, right? On point, being circumspect, right? Watching and praying, doing like what our elders have taught us, looking at the current events, looking at news, knowing what's going on around you, man. You understand? So that's it on that, man. And Christ left an example for us in these last days that we should follow his steps. By Shema Mashiach Yahushai. So I'm going to sign out, man. I think that's it on that. I want to give once again, I want to give all thanks, all praise, all glory, and all honor unto the Most High God Yahweh in his only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahushai's name, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. Every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess that Hamashiach Yahushai is Lord of all. By Shema Mashiach Yahushai. Right? Once again, double honors to the elders and them, Elder Zabak, Elder Torah, and all the senior men out of HOI, all the elders and senior men from all camps, all 12 tribes, all 4 corners, who are sincere, who follow and adhere to the words of Christ Yahushai, and are trying their best to endure unto the end, man. Brothers and sisters, right? So with that, man, I'm signing out. Your brother Ayin Waza'ab giving a quick current events update. Lord willing, I'll be more consistent with these and get better with these in due time, if it be the will of the Lord. Right? So all praise to the Heavenly Father forever and always. It's your brother Ayin Waza'ab signing out. Continue to be circumspect, Israel. Shalom.